Thailand just dropped its ultimate power squad. 12 women who don't ask for permission, they make history. Bold, queer, unstoppable, and a little dangerous in the best way. They're shaking screens, breaking hearts, and rewriting every rule of fame. Forget ordinary, this is Thailand's fearless new era, and it's absolutely electric. Meet Milk Pansa Vosbein, Thailand's certified heart stealer, queen of cool and walking proof that charisma should come with a warning label. She didn't just walk onto the screen, she swaggered in with that half smile that says, "Yeah, I know you're staring." And guess what? Everyone was. Milk isn't your typical idol. She's a tomboy with perfect hair, soft eyes, and the kind of confidence that makes people forget what they were about to say. Within minutes of her debut, the sapphic internet declared her a national treasure. Memes were made, fan edits exploded, and suddenly every girl in Thailand was reconsidering her type. Her secret weapon? Effortless authenticity. When others perform queerness like a role, Milk lives it like a heartbeat. Casual, honest, beautifully human. On screen, she doesn't act love, she feels it. Her chemistry with co-star Love Pattranite became the stuff of legend. Together, they didn't just play lovers, they redefined what a Thai love story could look like. Electric, emotional, and gloriously female. Behind the cool facade is a girl who laughs too loudly, eats too fast, and never pretends to be perfect. She'll post goofy selfies one minute and melt hearts with deep, soulful interviews the next. That balance between strength and softness is exactly why fans across Asia can't get enough. She shows that you can wear a suit, sport sneakers, or flirt with eyeliner and still radiate feminine energy. And let's be honest, Milk has mastered the art of silent chaos. One smirk, one raised eyebrow, and the internet combusts. She doesn't even have to say anything. She just exists, and timelines go up in flames. Queer fans call it the Milk effect, when visibility meets style and the whole screen starts sparkling. But what really makes Milk unforgettable isn't just her look, it's her respect for the roles she plays. She treats every queer love story like a truth that matters, not a marketing gimmick. That sincerity made her a safe symbol for young women learning to love themselves. When she walks the red carpet, she's confidence in motion. Half Hollywood, half Bangkok street cool. And somewhere in that mix of charm and chaos lies her magic. Milk Pansa didn't ask to be a queer icon. She just showed up, told the world who she was, and looked incredible doing it. So if you ever wonder what freedom looks like, picture her. Hands in pockets, smile sharp enough to break hearts, whispering through the screen. Be yourself, and look good while doing it. Before Thailand even knew how to spell LGBTQ+, one woman was already living it, owning it, and let's be honest, absolutely slaying it. Her name? Panward Hemmanee, or as the internet adores her, Panad. Actress, icon, chaos dealer, and professional truth-teller. When other celebrities were playing safe, Pei was out there living her best sapphic life. No filters, no fake smiles, no fear. Back in the day, Thailand's entertainment scene had one rule: be perfect, polished, and preferably straight. Pei looked at that rule, laughed, and set it on fire. She talked openly about dating women when that was practically career suicide. People whispered. Sponsors hesitated. The tabloids tried to spin her story. And Pei? She just sipped her iced coffee, flipped her hair, and said, "So what?" That "so what" moment became a cultural reset. Suddenly, a generation of queer fans felt seen, really seen, for the first time. They didn't just watch her on screen, they saw a reflection of themselves. Fearless, complicated, gloriously real. Pei didn't give motivational speeches or wave rainbow flags for attention. She simply existed, authentically, unapologetically, and that was revolutionary enough. In interviews, she's disarmingly blunt. Ask her if she's worried about her image. She'll grin and say, "My image pays my bills, not your opinions." Iconic. She's the kind of woman who walks into a room and everyone suddenly starts rethinking their sexuality. Her confidence isn't loud, it's magnetic. On screen, she plays women with fire in their veins. Smart, seductive, sometimes chaotic, but always real. Off-screen, she's that same fire, just wrapped in denim and attitude. For Thailand's queer community, Prae was visibility before visibility was trendy. She made it okay to say, "Yeah, I like women, and I still look damn good doing it." These days, when you scroll through Thai pop culture and see waves of confident queer actresses, you can trace that courage right back to Panad. She walked so they could strut in high heels, or sneakers, or combat boots, whatever fits their truth. The funniest part? Prae never set out to be a hero. She was just tired of pretending. But in her rebellion against silence, she became something bigger. A living reminder that honesty isn't a weakness. It's power dressed in red lipstick and wit. So next time someone tells you being yourself is risky, remember this queen who faced the spotlight, shrugged, and said, "Darling, risk looks good on me." If confidence had a face, it would probably look like love Pattranite Limpatiyakorn, Thailand's sweetheart with the energy of a storm wrapped in perfect eyeliner. She doesn't just walk into a scene, she commands it. Fans say when love smiles, your Wi-Fi connection suddenly improves. That's power. Love didn't rise quietly, she erupted. When she paired up with Milk Pansa, the screen caught fire. Together, they became Milk and Love, Thailand's most iconic sapphic duo. Their chemistry wasn't scripted. It was magic, the kind that makes you question every just friends relationship you've ever had. One glance between them and the fandom collectively screamed, "They're real." But love isn't just half of a ship. She's a force of her own. She's radiant, expressive, and terrifyingly good at what she does. Whether she's playing a tender romantic lead or a bold boss energy heroine, she delivers emotion like it's oxygen. Essential, pure, and addictive. Her acting isn't just seen, it's felt. Off-screen, Love is even more magnetic. She speaks about gender inclusivity, body confidence, and authenticity with the same ease most people use to order iced tea. She's the kind of woman who can post a selfie, drop one line about empowerment, and suddenly inspire 1,000 people to stop apologizing for existing. And yes, she's funny. Like, actually funny. Interviews with her feel like watching a stand-up show wrapped in flirtation. One moment she's cracking jokes, the next she's dropping emotional wisdom that hits like therapy. Her fans don't just adore her beauty, they crave her realness. What makes Love so revolutionary is her unapologetic energy. She doesn't perform femininity to please anyone. She redefines it, turning it into something fierce, free, and gloriously self-owned. Watching her is like watching someone live in high-definition truth. Messy, emotional, dazzling, and completely unstoppable. With Milk, she helped prove that girl-girl love stories can be as cinematic, as powerful, and as culturally seismic as any traditional romance. But even alone, Love shines bright enough to light up every timeline in Asia. When she says, "Be proud of who you are," it doesn't sound like a slogan. It sounds like a dare. Because Love Pattranite doesn't ask for acceptance, she demands it, with a wink, a laugh, and a confidence so sharp, it cuts through stereotypes like butter. If you ever need a reminder that self-love is the hottest trend in town, just remember her name, Love. And yes, it's not just a name, it's her entire brand. They say thunder gets attention, but Namtan Tipnaree Weerawatnodom proves you don't need noise to make history. She walks in quietly, smiles like she knows a secret, and suddenly everyone in the room forgets how to breathe. That's not acting, that's sorcery. Namtan isn't the kind of celebrity who needs drama to shine. She's grace with Wi-Fi. Her vibe? Calm but capable of emotional destruction. She'll play one gentle scene and boom, half of Thailand is crying into their bubble tea. Her role in Gap the series didn't just break hearts, it rearranged them. What makes her fascinating is how she balances contradiction. She's soft-spoken but fierce, shy yet unshakably confident. She can deliver a line about love so tender it melts the screen, then turn around and roast her co-star with a smile. That's range. That's power disguised as politeness. Fans call her the national comfort character. She radiates the kind of warmth that makes even cynical souls believe in love again. When Namtan plays queer romance, she doesn't perform it for attention, she lives it with honesty. Her portrayal says, "Love is love, don't overthink it." Simple, beautiful, revolutionary. But don't mistake her softness for simplicity. This woman's emotional precision is surgical. One look from Namtan can tell an entire story, heartbreak, hope, and healing, all without a single word. Directors call it subtlety. Fans call it witchcraft. Off-screen, she's pure sunshine wrapped in sarcasm. She'll thank her fans sweetly one moment and drop a joke about surviving on caffeine and chaos the next. Her interviews feel like therapy sessions hosted by a comedian who knows your zodiac sign. And that's the magic. Namtan isn't trying to be perfect. She's just real, the kind of real that the industry can't fake. In a sea of loud personalities and viral gimmicks, she stands out by doing the opposite, staying grounded, kind, and quietly unstoppable. Her message is deceptively simple. Love has no labels. But in a world still obsessed with boxes and boundaries, that simplicity hits like a rebellion in slow motion. Namtan didn't march or shout. She smiled, told her truth, and let her presence speak louder than any slogan. So here's to Namtan Tipnaree, the soft storm of Thai entertainment. She doesn't need fireworks. She is the afterglow. And if you ever wonder how someone can be both sweet and dangerous at the same time, watch her once. You'll get it. If emotional honesty were a superpower, Ployshompoo's Supasap, better known as Janploy shampoo, would be out there saving hearts instead of cities. She's not the loudest star in Thailand's entertainment sky, but she's definitely the one that hits you right in the feelings and then laughs about it 5 seconds later. Jan first caught attention in Hormones, the series, a show that basically taught every Thai teen how to feel, cry, and text their crush badly. She didn't play a role, she became it. Her performance was so raw that fans started tweeting like she'd just read their diaries out loud. That's Jan's magic. She doesn't act, she translates emotion. Fast forward a few years, and Jan stepped into the girl love world like it was her natural habitat. Her characters weren't glossy poster fantasies. They were real women with messy feelings, weird jokes, and hearts that sometimes misbehaved. When Jan loves on screen, it's not representation. It's recognition. You don't just watch her, you remember her. She has this disarming way of making vulnerability look cool. 1 second, she's tearing up in a scene so intimate it makes your chest ache. The next, she's cracking a joke about snacks between takes. She's that rare kind of actress who can make heartbreak feel cinematic and awkwardness look adorable. Off-screen, Jan is chaos in cute packaging. She's goofy, brutally honest, and allergic to pretension. Her interviews feel like catching up with your funniest friend, who also happens to be smarter than you. Fans love her not just for her beauty, but for her zero-filter authenticity. She's the friend who'll tell you your ex was trash but hug you anyway. For Thailand's queer audience, Jan isn't just an actress. She's a storyteller of their lives. She shows that love between women doesn't need to be glamorous or tragic to matter. It can be tender, complicated, and still ridiculously human. Directors call her emotionally fearless. Fans call her the therapist we didn't pay for. And honestly, both are right. In an industry obsessed with perfection, Ployshompoo Supasap reminds us that imperfection is the art. Her performances whisper, it's okay to feel too much. And somehow, we all needed to hear that. Some stars shine. Nene Pornnappan Pornpenpipat glows and somehow makes it look effortless, like she accidentally became famous while ordering iced coffee. Sweet smile, soft voice, and the emotional range of a Pixar movie. She's Thailand's quiet powerhouse who conquered Asia one heart at a time. Let's get this straight. Nene isn't your typical diva. She's too polite to brag, too grounded to pretend, and yet, somehow, everybody in China fell in love with her. Literally. After joining Produce Camp 2020, she didn't just gain fans, she created a small emotional nation. People didn't stan her, they adopted her. What makes Nene special is that she's a paradox, delicate yet unshakable, humble yet hypnotic. She doesn't demand attention, it naturally rearranges itself around her. In a sea of loud personalities, Nene's softness became her rebellion. She proved that power doesn't have to shout. Sometimes it just smiles with deadly precision. Her roles often revolve around closeness, tenderness, and trust, the kind of intimacy that sneaks up on you and suddenly you're tearing up at 2 a.m. without knowing why. When she looks into her co-star's eyes, it's not acting, it's emotional CPR. Fans swear she could make reading a grocery list sound romantic. But don't let that calm exterior fool you. Off-screen, she's playful, quick-witted, and has the kind of humor that sneaks up on you mid-laugh. One minute she's talking about self-growth, the next she's joking about her inability to cook rice properly. That duality, angel energy with meme timing, is why the internet can't quit her. For queer fans, Nene became more than a star. She became a symbol of gentle representation. Her natural warmth, her unforced authenticity, and her emotional sincerity made her a safe space on screen. She doesn't perform inclusivity, she radiates it. In the glossy, competitive world of Asian entertainment, Nene stands out not for being loud, but for being real. She reminds everyone that tenderness can be powerful, and sincerity can be revolutionary. And maybe that's her ultimate trick. She doesn't chase fame, she attracts connection. Like gravity, but with better hair. So here's to Pornnappan Nene Pornpenpipat, the soft storm, the silent icon, the girl who proved that kindness, when wielded right, can conquer continents. Because let's face it, Nene doesn't just have fans, she has believers. In a country that loves politeness almost as much as mango sticky rice, Weluree Ditsayabut decided to do something shocking. She spoke her mind. Loudly, fearlessly, maybe a little too honestly. And just like that, she went from Miss Universe Thailand to public controversy faster than you can say, crown drop. But here's where the plot twist kicks in. She didn't vanish. She evolved. Weluree, affectionately known as Phi, isn't your traditional beauty queen. She's not made of porcelain perfection and rehearsed smiles. She's made of confidence, comebacks, and just the right amount of chaos. After all, how many pageant queens can say they got dragged by the internet and still came back funnier, stronger, and more fabulous? Born with the face of an angel and the personality of a stand-up comedian, Phi always had more to say than just world peace. She cracked jokes about herself before anyone else could. She turned criticism into content. And somehow, the same people who once doubted her ended up subscribing to her glow-up era. Behind the laughter, though, is a woman who learned resilience the hard way. When the crown slipped, she didn't cry about it. She built her own spotlight. Phi started acting, writing, and using her platform to talk about body confidence, women's rights, and mental health. Her message? Perfection is boring. I prefer chaos with purpose. And that's exactly what makes her magnetic. She can go from queenly elegance to TikTok-level silliness in a single breath. She's unpredictable in the best way. Part rebel, part role model, part meme. Her humor disarms you, but her honesty stays with you. She'll roast herself on camera, then drop a line so profound you'll pause the video to process it. It's like she's teaching everyone the art of survival with lipstick and sarcasm. In Thailand's glittering entertainment scene, where many hide behind polished images, Weluree Ditsayabut stands out as beautifully unapologetically real. She turns scandal into story, laughter into legacy, and criticism into confidence. So no, she's not your typical Miss Universe. She's better. She's proof that the crown doesn't make the queen. The courage does. And in Phi's world, if you can't laugh at your own downfall, darling, you're not doing fame right. If confidence had couture, it would walk the runway as Grace Mahadumrongkul, Thailand's most glamorous reminder that class and chaos can absolutely coexist. She's stylish, bold, and looks like she was born under a spotlight that said, "Drama? Never heard of her." Grace isn't just another pretty face in a glittering industry. She's the woman who redefined what it means to be fearlessly feminine. The kind of person who will walk into a room full of power suits, drop one line about loving women, and somehow make everyone applaud. When she casually admitted she was attracted to women, Thailand collectively gasped and then immediately asked where she bought her outfit. Her beauty is intimidating, her honesty is disarming. It's like watching someone deliver a TED Talk in high heels and emotional armor. Grace doesn't perform queerness for shock value. She embodies authenticity as an art form. Her message is simple. If you're going to live, live out loud and look damn good doing it. The media calls her the modern face of Thai femininity. Fans just call her mother. She's bold without being brash, elegant without being cold. She can throw shade with the same grace she throws a smile. Imagine if confidence had a perfume, it would probably smell like Grace walking by. But beneath the designer labels and Instagram perfection lies a woman who's mastered balance. She knows how to be soft without shrinking, how to be powerful without apologizing. When critics said she was too open, she simply laughed and said, "Honey, that's the point." In a world that still tells women to tone it down, Grace turned the volume all the way up and somehow made it sound classy. She's not asking for validation. She is the validation. Her existence alone is a masterclass in living truthfully and beautifully. For social media, a museum of elegance with a hint of mischief. One photo screams Vogue, the next is her laughing mid-bite into something messy. It's that duality, the queen and the clown, that makes her so painfully human and irresistibly iconic. Grace Mahadumrongkul isn't just a name, it's an attitude. She represents every woman who's ever looked in the mirror and decided, "I'm enough." Actually, maybe even too much, and that's fabulous. So here's to Grace, the woman who made honesty glamorous and confidence contagious. She didn't just come out, she showed up. And darling, when Grace shows up, even the spotlight gets nervous. Not every star explodes onto the scene. Some burn slowly, beautifully, and by the time you realize it, they've already set your feelings on fire. That's Praewa Suthamphong, or as her fans call her, Pa, the actress who made subtlety look sexy and silence feel loud. She's not the type to chase attention. Instead, she earns it. Every glance, every pause, every trembling word on screen feels like a confession you weren't supposed to overhear. And that's the secret of Praewa's power. She doesn't perform emotions, she transmits them. In Thailand's wave of girl love storytelling, Praewa became the quiet anchor everyone needed. Her characters are soft, but not weak, confused, but not lost. strong in ways that don't need to shout. She's the human embodiment of a slow-burn romance, the kind that starts as a spark and ends as a full emotional meltdown at 3 a.m. Fans call her the queen of microexpressions. A raised eyebrow? Devastating. A 2-second smile? Life-changing. It's like she took acting lessons from heartbreak itself. Watching her is dangerous. One minute you're fine, the next you're Googling why am I crying over fictional lesbians again? Off-camera, Praewa is the total opposite of her delicate on-screen energy. She laughs easily, roasts her co-stars, and gives interviews like she's chatting at a cafe. She's warm, grounded, and refreshingly real. Ask her how she prepares for emotional roles and she'll probably shrug and say, "I just feel things too much." Relatable queen. But what truly makes her stand out is respect. Respect for the stories she tells and the people they represent. She treats queer love not as spectacle, but as truth. Her performances say what words can't. Love is complicated, messy, and worth every second of chaos. And in a world obsessed with viral fame, Praewa stays focused on something rarer, authentic connection. She doesn't scream for attention, she earns loyalty. Her fans don't just follow her, they trust her. There's something disarming about watching someone so calm have such emotional gravity. She doesn't need to break rules or shout slogans, she just exists, and somehow that's revolutionary. Praewa Suthamphong, the woman who proved that quiet isn't boring, soft isn't weak, and real emotion never goes out of style. She's not the thunder, she's the lightning you never saw coming. Some actresses play mysterious. Chicha Amatayakul is mysterious. Known worldwide as Kitty Chicha, she's that rare kind of star who doesn't walk into fame. She stalks it, high heels clicking, eyeliner sharp enough to cut glass. When she appeared in Girl From Nowhere as the terrifyingly iconic Nano, she didn't just act, she infected pop culture. Overnight, the internet turned her into the face of moral revenge and dangerously attractive chaos. She wasn't the heroine, she wasn't the villain, she was the plot twist that smiled back. People tried to label her anti-hero, femme fatale, queer icon, national crush. Kitty just smirked and said, "Why pick one?" That's her whole brand. Defying categories while looking flawless doing it. She's not soft power. She's soft terror, the kind that sneaks up on you with a wink and leaves you questioning your moral compass. Her fans don't just admire her, they're slightly afraid of her. And honestly, that's part of the charm. Behind that icy stare, though, is a whip-smart artist who knows exactly what she's doing. Kitty doesn't chase fame, she engineers it. Every photo, every quote, every half smile is calculated chaos. It's not just beauty, it's strategy wrapped in lipstick and menace. Off-screen, she's surprisingly chill, funny, introspective, and a little awkward in the best way. She once joked that she's nothing like Nano, but nobody believed her. The duality? Impeccable. She's the type to rescue a stray cat while wearing a dress that costs more than your rent. To Thailand's queer fans, Kitty became something deeper. A symbol of liberation disguised as mischief. She embodies the kind of woman who doesn't ask permission to exist outside the mold. She's bold, strange, magnetic, and utterly untamed. Watching her feels like standing near fire. You know it's dangerous, but you can't look away. She doesn't need to shout empowerment slogans. She is the slogan. Every stare says, "Don't underestimate me. You'll regret it and love it." Kitty Chicha isn't just an actress. She's a cultural weapon, sharpened by style, powered by mystery, and polished by wit. She turned a dark schoolgirl into a global phenomenon, a symbol of rebellion in red lipstick. So here's the rule. If you ever find yourself in a story with Kitty Chicha, run. Or don't. You'll probably fall for her anyway. Because she's not just from nowhere. She's from another universe. One where women rule, danger glitters, and chaos wears Chanel. If elegance had an expiration date, Woranuch Bhirombhakdi, or as Thailand lovingly calls her Nune, clearly missed the memo. 2 decades in the industry, and she's still serving face, grace, and the kind of energy that makes you wonder if she secretly drinks the tears of her ex-co-stars for youth. Nune isn't just an actress, she's an era. When she appears on screen, the air changes, like someone dimmed the lights just to let her aura breathe. Directors call her magnetic. Fans call her the goddess of slow burns. And honestly, both are right. She's played everything: lovers, warriors, villains, heartbreakers, but never once has she played forgettable. Her performances carry that mysterious blend of power and tenderness, like she could stab you with emotion and then hand you a tissue right after. Watching her is like sipping fine wine. You don't chug it, you savor every second. Off-screen though, Nune is surprisingly chill. She's witty, calm, and has that cool aunt energy that makes you both intimidated and weirdly comfortable. She doesn't do scandals, she does silence, and somehow that makes her 10 times more intriguing. While others overshare, Nune stays an enigma wrapped in silk, letting her work do all the screaming. Rumors about her love life? Endless. Confirmations? None. And that's the beauty of it. She's turned privacy into performance art. The more you guess, the more powerful she becomes. It's like she read the celebrity handbook, laughed, and rewrote it in gold ink. To Thailand's queer and female audiences, Nune is more than a screen icon. She's a symbol of unapologetic womanhood. Her characters often defy expectations. Strong but vulnerable, beautiful but dangerous, complex yet grounded in truth. She embodies every contradiction we secretly want to be. And here's the wild part. She's aging like the industry's best-kept secret. Every time she posts a photo, the internet collectively asks, "What moisturizer is that, and is it made from unicorns?" Meanwhile, she just smiles, sips tea, and lets the comment section burn. In a world obsessed with new faces, Woranuch Bhirombhakdi remains the blueprint, a reminder that true charisma doesn't fade, it evolves. She's proof that timelessness isn't about staying young, it's about staying unforgettable. So here's to Nune, the woman who never needed controversy to stay relevant, never needed noise to make history, and never needed a crown to be queen. Because some women are the throne. Every sport has its legend, but Ratchanok Intanon, or as fans call her May, isn't just a legend. She's a myth with a racket. The first Thai woman to become world champion in badminton and the youngest to ever do it, she didn't just break records. She shattered expectations, smiled and asked, "What's next?" May doesn't play badminton. She performs it. Every swing, every leap, every impossible save looks choreographed by destiny and slow motion. Commentators describe her as graceful. Opponents call her terrifying. The rest of us, we just call her magic. Born in a small town and raised by grit, May grew up in a tiny wooden house above her parents' factory. Her first training ground wasn't glamorous. It was sweaty, noisy, and smelled faintly of shuttlecock dust and determination. But from that chaos, a queen emerged. At 18, she won the world championship and made history. Reporters asked how it felt. She laughed and said, "I'm just happy I didn't trip on court." That's the charm of Ratchanok, deadly talent wrapped in adorable humility. She can crush a top-seeded opponent, smile shyly, and apologize for it right after. But behind the sweetness lies steel. She's battled injuries, heartbreak, and the relentless pressure of carrying a nation's hopes on her shoulders. Every time people doubted her, she did what champions do best. She turned doubt into fuel. Watching her play is watching defiance disguised as elegance. And let's not forget her humor. May once joked that she plays better when she's hungry because then I'm chasing the shuttlecock like it's food. She laughs easily, pranks her teammates, and dances to girl group songs after practice. She's proof that greatness doesn't have to look serious. It can laugh, cry, and wear glitter sneakers. To the LGBTQ+ and women's communities, May represents more than athletic excellence. She embodies possibility. She showed that Thai women could rise to the global stage and own it, not through luck, but through relentless drive and self-belief. And that's it. 12 women who didn't just change the game, they rewrote it. From screens to stadiums, they've shown us that power isn't about permission. It's about presence. They loved loudly, lived truthfully, and proved that being real is the boldest thing you can be. If their stories made you feel something, that spark, that pride, that little voice saying "me too," don't let it fade. Hit like, hit subscribe, and stay with us as we keep shining the spotlight on the fearless, the unapologetic, the extraordinary. This isn't the end, it's just the next beginning. Because Thailand's new era of power, it's only getting louder.